So let's organize this data a little bit. It's pulled by Power BI automatically from the API access, and you can see Power BI actually took quite a few steps to pull this data. Those steps are just taken by Power BI automatically, and you don't necessarily need to follow this kind of default steps implemented by Power BI if you think the data is not what you actually wanted. For example, let's go to the second step, okay? The very second step where we just get the data and convert it to a table, okay? So let's click on this step and see what happens. It'll take a few minutes to get to that step. Okay, here we go. So so once the data once Power BI desktop gets the source data and convert it to a table, it looks like this. So we have like basically three columns: currency being US dollar, and we have quarterly record and yearly record. Okay, so if you just want one of those types, for example, I just want quarterly report, you don't necessarily need to take all the following steps where both quarterly reports and annual reports, I believe, are being taken from the API. So now let's just focus on having the quarterly record, ignoring the yearly record. So I'll just click on this record here. Remember, here I'm still at step 2, okay? So I'm going to click on record, and here it says you're about to create a navigation step that replaces the subsequent steps. Do you want to continue? All right. It doesn't hurt if you just kind of ignore the automatic steps took by Power BI. We can always go back and redo this process, right? Let's just check what happens if I take this quarterly record only. Okay. So I click on continue, and again takes a little bit of time. And here we go. So we see here that we have data, one column being the dates of different quarterly report, and another column being the record for each quarterly report. Okay, and here's the option. So because those are what we call records, you can actually convert this records into table format. So I'll just click on this into table button and see what happens. Okay, now we have like a table format. The first column, again, are those dates for different quarterly reports. Second column is the contents of each report. So I rename this first. I rename this date instead of name. Okay, and well, when you rename, just double click on the header. Okay, and you can check the change this format by clicking on this sign and change the date format. Okay, and for the value, you see there's a button. You can kind of expand this column into several different columns because this record actually contains a lot of information. All the quarterly report items are actually packed in this this record. So I will just click on this expand button to see what happens. Now you can see all those income statement items are listed here. You can choose any of them or all of them and expand them to be different columns in this table. Okay, so I would just basically choose all of them, and here use original column name as prefix. I would just uncheck this. So I would just use those item names without any prefix. Okay, so I'll click on OK. So you see now I have each different income statement item being a column. Okay, and the first column shows me the date for each quarterly report. So that's exactly what I wanted. All right. So that's pretty neat, and I will now rename this. I'll call it AAPL